But real quick before we move on, I think my son is calling, and I just wanted to take this call real quick to see how he's doing because he's been going through a lot lately. Hi, you're on another dumb show. Oh yeah, that didn't work then. Okay, cool. Hi, you're on another dumb show.
Hey, do you think that's really fair for them to go and like put Biden on stage like that? I think it's kind of like elder abuse.
Really? Wow, an actual intelligent comment from my son. It's so good to hear from you, honey. Did you take your medication today? You're feeling all right? It's a good comment.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like maybe his like wife should step in and probably I feel like she should be like his guardian basically, or look out for his best interest because he just seems a little sick. And to put him up against Trump, it's he doesn't get torn apart,
I
in my opinion.
I just said that same thing. I actually agree with you. Well, you've I guess I've left a lasting impression on you. That's fantastic.
Well, what makes sense makes sense. Honestly, it's like I think anyone can really see it. Um, at this point, I feel like it's kind of weird that people have hung so much on Biden, where it's like almost like a lot of people can't go back and say, "Hey, yeah, oh, he's a loser," or he's not fit to be president, because they've already, even though it's in their face, it's they've already kind of pinned themselves into a corner.
Yeah,
And
I think if you
I
just
feel like it's
pick
important not to.
if you just like a candidate just because he's your either blue or whatever or you're red or whatever, I think that's kind of lame. But a lot of people talk about his infrastructure that he's taken care of, his big infrastructure bill that passed. And if you live around here, there is fucking construction everywhere. It's insane.
See, but now how over in like New York City they have like subway systems that have been like getting worked on. It's a weird story. It's been like 30 years or something, and they're like part of a union, but there's thousands of people on payroll, but they don't know who any of the people are. It's nothing has been done, and they can't really. It's like basically it's like a money laundering thing. Do you feel like it's that, or do you actually see the infrastructure like coming up around you? You know.
I, that's why I don't know anything about that subway story, but I definitely do see a lot of construction being done, in particular on our really kind of dilapidated highways around here. So, I would say yes, I am seeing it happening. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Anyone's life getting better is like a good thing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It is. It is.
do you contribute a lot of that to like Biden? Because from what I see, I stopped watching all the news stuff because honestly, it puts me in a negative place, and it's just too much. You know what I mean? It's like it's constantly bombarded with news headlines every day.
What about Biden and how much he does for the country? You're saying, or what do you mean?
Well, do you really contribute a lot of that to him, or do you contribute because it's like I don't really feel like he's actually like if you ask him one thing that he signed, like I don't could he like remember it, or are they just like putting stuff in front of him? He's like signing off on it. You know what I mean? Kind of just like maybe someone like holding his wrist and helping him sign.
I could
You know,
understand. I could believe that. I see what you're saying. That they're just kind of propping him up, and he just going out there and saying whatever they tell him to say. The Democratic elites, the swamp, as they say. And I think that what you were saying, did he contribute to it? I don't know. He might throw his 2 cents in, and then he gets all the attribution. He might do a little bit of contribution, but gets all the attribution.
now I'm gonna get going, but I do want to ask this. Now, with Biden, do you prefer that like you have a like say Biden like I don't know if it's necessarily true. I think it's kind of just like the banality of evil. Like he's just kind of like there. Do you think it's would you rather have somebody who presents themselves really well and is doing all the things that would be negative, but they can hide it better, or like someone like Biden where it's kind of like it's undeniable. It's like
So are you asking me, do I want somebody who acts presidential, but I know is kind of corrupt or crappy versus somebody who is like Trump and is just kind of, buffoonish sometimes, but may be able to run things? Is that your question?
Yeah, but see, I feel like when you like apply it to like those two particular people, or like gives that connotation of like who they are. But let's say you have somebody of, an unknown, political party, and they both for the same policies, but one is kind of everyone knows what's going on because how like either like dementia ridden or how incoherent somebody is, or the same effect, but the person kind of glows you into like a false sense of like security with like, oh no, everything's going fine, or would you rather like know that the country's like falling apart, or like, all right, I know the countries might be falling apart, but at least this guy, is,
I don't think I'm
presenting
following
himself
you here, man.
properly,
I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm following you on this one. I don't understand what you're asking me. But
Like,
I
there's
have to
almost
be.
an honesty that Biden, because it's like, well, Biden is kind of like there is no, oh yeah, he's doing really good. No one's like, boasting about all his accomplishments like seriously. Besides like, the paid, mouthpieces that on both sides. Well,
I think you
for
lost me,
somebody
bro.
else,
You
they
lost
might.
me. You lost me. I think it's a little, the question's a little convoluted. I think it's a little hard to follow. But I am going to say this. I think I'm trying to move on past this for a while because I'm going to be spending the whole night talking about it after 9. So, hey, man, thank you
Okay.
for the cognitive call.
Definitely, man. I'm glad we could speak civilly, and I don't know, just I feel bad that me and Mikey may have like left things not so great, and I just hope things can be patched up between between us and not have any hard feelings. But
Well,
on that note, have a great night. Hope you enjoyed the debate. I'm gonna try to tune in when I can, but have a good one, man. I'll see you.
all right, later. I don't think there's not many times that I am left speechless. Um, I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way I'm feeling right now. But I feel a little bit like we might be living in this world right now. This is where we are right now, I believe. I don't know what happened. I feel like we've walked into some sort of portal and we have somehow ended up in the bizarro world where everything is backwards. Hello means goodbye, up means down, left means right, happy means sad, all that stuff. Whoa, pretty crazy. Irish Ronnie said, "What the fuck was that?" And CYX says, "Stunned." And I think I saw Nugget Man said, or not Johnny fan even says, "Are we living in an alternate timeline? I can't believe we were having a civil conversation between these two. I don't know whether to laugh, cry, clap, or run away." And a Nugget Man said, "Oh my God, Dumb actually parented Chance and has him behaving so much better." No, that was, hey, I tell you what, I'm not the type of person who, I used to hold grudges, but I've been working on holding grudges. So, hey, he wants to call in and act like a normal fucking human being and stop being a douche. I'm totally happy with that. I'm totally fine with that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue. I think we're on 224. I don't know if I got the day right or not on there. I actually couldn't remember what episode we were on. So good to have you guys here with me this evening. I appreciate you guys so much. It feels so good. It feels so right having you guys streaming on my tube at night. Glad to have you guys here. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a great weekend. Kick-ass event on Saturday. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. B1 was kind enough to help me with, we had the photo booth this weekend, so she was kind enough to help with that, and we made it through that without any fighting, so that was a good thing. Why does it sound like I'm, there we go, I was only hearing out of one ear. All right, if you've not taken a second to hit the thumbs up on tonight's show, I'd greatly appreciate it if you did that. Take a thumb out of your ass, hit thumbs up on your phone, stick a thumb back in your ear. If you want to wipe your phone off in there, go ahead. If you're not watching live, make sure you get your comments in on everything we talk about tonight. I will read back your comments live. And of course, if you like the show, take a second to share the show, share the clips, help that YouTube algorithm pick us up. Don't forget, you can download another show also as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. So if you don't want to see my handsome face, you can just listen to my great tones. Follow the show, X, Instagram, at Another Dumb Show. And shout out to the live chat. That's the League of Dummies. Boomer85 was first in there today. Thank you for being first in there, Boomer85. He is a Super League of Dummies member. I appreciate you so much, dude. Thanks for supporting the show. And you too can also become a member of the live chat. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. About 10 minutes later, you'll have access to the chat. And if you want to really support the show, you can join. Go to the members, go to the Another Dumb Show YouTube homepage, click the join button, and you will have 3 options to pick from. Pick whichever one suits you best, and you will be supporting the show and helping us keep it up and rolling. You know what? I got these phones. I pay for these damn phones, so I hope you guys call in. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. If you have ever wanted to hit dumb, now is the time to do it. I do see my main man is with us today. What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up, buddy? How you doing today, man?
Chilling like a villain, man. It's good to see you.
Glad you had a good weekend, a good event.
Yeah, dude. Saturday was awesome. I had a great event. I figured out something. There's something going on. I can't figure out exactly what it is, but remember how we've been hearing me back every once in a while?
You've been hearing a little bit of echo. I get no echo on my end.
I don't know what it is, but I think I may have figured it out because before the show, there was audio being sent through your video call while you weren't even on. Like you weren't even on yet. I have no idea what I was, unless you were logged in.
You could hear me talking to my homeboy about generators.
I couldn't hear anything. I could just see the levels going. Because if I had turned your mic on, maybe, I bet you if that's what it is. I bet you were blacked out, but you had your mic on and didn't realize it probably.
Probably.
I bet that's what it was. So, okay. All right. Well, now, never mind. I'm totally wrong about what I thought it was then. Never mind.
That happens sometimes. I'll turn off the video and stuff like that, and it'll be all black on my screen, and then I'll be like, oh, shit, it's not muted, because there's been a few times where the loading screen or the pre-clip is on, and people can hear me over that because the mic was on.
Okay. Never mind. So that was that. Anyway, so did you, yeah, and then, so Saturday, great wedding. Then Sunday, my son went the fuck off in his baseball game.
Did he really? Was he pitching again?
Well, they started out with this one kid pitching. He was getting shelled for a while. And then their team, my son's team, they came up to bat. I don't know what was going on, but they were hitting. And they were just knocking in, getting on base. Shea walked up to the plate with the bases loaded in the first inning, or was this in the first inning? No, because he was batting second, so it had to have been the second time around. They loaded up the bases for him by the time he got up there. Mikey, I looked at him before the bat, and we had been practicing. I had told him that when he gets in his at-bat, and you can't really see it of what I'm doing, but I'm telling him, if you've ever seen the Dak Prescott clip of him shaking his hips, doing that hip thing.
The Elvis.
So I told my son,
that's your base for power.
That's what I told him. I said, you're great. you just aren't driving the ball because you don't cork your hips and swing through with your hips. You're just all arm. So I told him, I go, all you got to do is when you're in the same position you're in, just cock your hips and be ready to swing them as you swing the bat. Dude, this kid walked up to the plate. He was standing in his usual position. I just went, hips. And I watched him cork his hips. The ball came.
Going back a little bit to reload.
Ball came. I watched his hips cork. The bat followed. He hit the ball the farthest I've ever seen him. It came 2 feet short from hitting a home run. Straight to center field.
Shit.
Deepest part of the park.
3 runs, right? 3 runs.
Three runs. 3 run double. Yep. So he had three RBI in that one, and then he got up later on and he walked in an RBI, and then in the end of the game, they were down by 1. He came in, closed out the inning, made a crazy play on third on the third base line going home. Somehow they got into a run. Oh, the kid tried. There was a pass ball. Shea threw a one in the dirt. The catcher couldn't get it in time. Shea ran and covered home finally, and then the catcher flipped him the ball, and Shea caught it, and the kid turned back to third. And Shea smartly didn't throw it to third. He just held the ball and chased him back to third, because if he'd a bad throw or a bad catch, they score, and they, were out of, it's hard to score those runs.
Play.
Very good play. And then, so it wasn't technically, it was, I guess not technically closer, because they had one more at bat after that. And then, the kids ended up batting their way around, and they scored a run to win the fucking game. It was a walk-off win.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, it was so great, man. Everybody was cheering. We were standing up, going, ah! We were so excited for these kids because they, going
dude, that's dope. That's
yeah,
exciting, and then having, starting off the game that way with the hot bats, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was great. They were seeing him excel in the field, in the batter's box, pitching. It was like the total package. He was a little stud the other day, so I was.
And it makes it so much more fun for him now too.
Say that one more time.
I said it makes it that much more fun for him when you start to excel like that and
oh yeah,
really become like a leader like that. It just takes the level of fun to a whole new level.
Yeah, it's so cool seeing him out there calling out, 2 out, plays it first, plays it second, whatever, calling out the play and stuff. It's super exciting. So I love watching him do all that. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And then now my other one told me he wants to quit the band and play football next year now. Or the older one. Yeah, so I just have said, okay. I just went, okay, whatever you think, man. Whatever sounds good to you. And then, on my insides, I'm bursting. He's 15. He'll be 16 in February. So he's going to be getting his temps here in a couple months, or month and a half.
That's the one that wants to play football, 15, 16?
Yeah, he wants to start his junior year. So it'll be a culture shock. Yeah, that's what I said.
It's definitely a culture shock and a little bit of a late start. But, man, if he's willing to put in the work, he's ready to go.
That's what I told him. I said, I go, you're going to get big real quick. He said, I think I'm going to try for tight end is what he wants to play. And because he's built like a tight end. He's tall, lanky, but still kind of muscular, big butt, thick legs. Could probably block if he actually had to, throw a couple blocks. I don't know how fast he is necessarily, but you don't have to necessarily be that fast to get open over the middle. Look at Gronk. Gronk wasn't that fast.
It's quick, agile.
Mm-hmm. So if he can get those big lumbering legs moving, I think he might be pretty decent. So it was a great weekend, man. Good weekend all around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I got to say, the best part of the weekend was B1 and I working together and getting along. She ran the photo booth.
It makes it. You got to make it a little bit more fun, especially if you're nervous that you might have a little squabble or something like that. If you have had squabbles in the past.
Oh, big time. Yeah, the last squabble we had, the last time she ran the photo booth was the night I threw all her stuff out of the house because we got in such a big fight. Let me rephrase that. I got so drunk and was such an asshole that I made her start fighting with me, and then I threw her stuff out. So that was that night. Yeah. And she even said to me beforehand, she goes, can you do me one favor? Just make sure tonight you don't yell at me because that's going to be kind of triggering. And I said, you need to understand I'm a little different these days. Don't really I'm not really in yelling at my events or people I work with. I don't,
Don't
you
have
know.
the energy for it.
Yeah, I'm not interested in it. It just causes me more headaches. It doesn't solve anything. It just, so I try to avoid that at this point. So,
Dude, I'm glad you were so active and had such a great weekend. I slept so much this weekend and stayed sitting on my couch so much that I'm beginning to have a problem because I sit with my legs constantly at a 90-degree angle. So they're
B1
not
does
like up
this.
in like a recliner.
Yeah, you sit in
And
crisscross applesauce, right?
no, not even that. I'm just sitting
Oh,
like regular. My feet are planted on the ground. They come up into a 90-degree angle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm just like regular sitting. But there's no like recliner in front of me or footstool. I sat sedentary so long this weekend, dude, that my ankles swell.
That actually happens to me after the show. When I sit here, because I sit in this chair, which is high off the ground, and I have this little stool that I put my feet on, but it's not quite high enough. So my legs kind of get like, they kind of push down on the chair a little bit. And after I sit here prepping for hours and then do 2 hours of a show, I stand up and I'm like, my feet are swollen. This sucks. Like, I hate that, like that leg. I don't get that.
Thank God I don't feel it or anything like that. But like yesterday, I slept probably like 90% of the day. I don't know what it was. It was just one of those days where I just slept. It's not like depression, anxiety. At least I don't think it is. I'm feeling a lot better. But like when I got up this morning, dude, like my right ankle was the size of a fucking softball, bro.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, if only one is swollen, that's weird. Usually both of them swell if it's like a sitting thing.
I can put my left leg up on his footstool that's over to the left-hand side. So a lot of times my left one's up in the air and my right one is down.
You're like Leaping Larry on Seinfeld. He's limping along with the big fat swollen leg. That's funny. Holden Tudyk's, Tyler, going back to my swing, he commented, he said, your knuckles aren't lined up. Your middle knuckles should be in line for more wrist action. I was just kind of half-assed doing it, to be honest with you. And I always thought you were supposed to have your which knuckles are you talking about? I thought your knuckles were supposed to be, I don't know how I had them. Did I have my hand like this? Knuckles lined up like this? I don't know how I was even holding it, to tell you the truth, but aren't they supposed to be, I don't know. I thought it was just however naturally.
I believe it's cocked.
He's saying knuckles are supposed to be lined up, so I'm assuming he means like this. These knuckles lined up?
It can't be first knuckles. It can't be first knuckles lined up. That's way too open. It's got to be your fighting knuckles with your fighting knuckles.
I'm trying to, I don't have anything to hold that's long enough to imitate.
I got a TV remote.
Baseball bat. Yeah, I guess that's kind of good enough. So is he saying knuckles lined up like this? I don't know. It doesn't feel very comfortable.
I can't swing a baseball bat.
Yeah, I'm not really good at swinging either. I was always bad at baseball. I got a weird spine, so I bend weird.
I was good at leaning into pitches and stealing bases. That was it.
I was so scared of that ball. I watched my son up there just fucking take pitches and watch him whiz right by his face like it's nothing, and like got an amazing eye.
Yeah. Once I got hit by one or two of them, the fear kind of went away.
Not for me. I got hit by one of them and said, "That's it. Fuck this. I'm putting a helmet on and playing a different sport. This is stupid." Holden Tudix says, "Do you ever hang out with JLR? Can you talk about JLR?" I don't ever hang out with JLR, and I can talk about him. I just don't have anything to talk about him because I don't listen to the old show, and I don't hang out with Jeffrey.
Don't have an active relationship with him at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's well. So, speaking of somebody who's doing well, I got an email here from Boomer. I love it. It made me laugh so hard. I'm wondering if he got his D wet. He's got a T-shirt that says "I love Hawk Tuah." Hawk Tuah. He's a Hawk Tuah guy now. How about that Hawk Tuah chick, huh?
I hope he spent the money through her actual.
Yeah, the hat guys,
stuff like that. The amount of the hat guys, and she talked about somebody else that's doing a little bit of merch for her. So I hope, because there's a lot of people stealing that shit. I listened to that whole interview that I sent you.
Yeah, I have that interview. I'll play some of that here in a sec. I do have a clip of her. So good. Thank you, by the way, Boomer, for sending that in. I appreciate it. I did see. So she had a busy weekend. She started her weekend out at the Zach Bryan concert. Do you like Zach Bryan, Mikey? You a fan of that dude? You listen to him at all?
I don't know his music much. I like that one song with him and Post Malone.
I didn't even know
Right?
him.
Isn't that his? Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Morgan Wallen who's had me some help, right? Or pouring me something.
Oh yeah, I had some help. Yeah, that's my new theme song. That's what I always. What is going on with my computer here? Why is this not letting me pull videos in? What's going on here? Hello. Hold on one sec, guys. Pardon me.
Yeah, but I saw her with them sexy little white boots and.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to play the video of her doing it, but I don't know what the hell's going on with my thing. So I did see that she made like 65 grand in hats. That was just as of last Friday, I believe. And so I'm sure she's done even more since then because her story hasn't
she's
stopped.
got CAA is representing her. She talked about she's going to be on a bunch of like famous podcasts. I believe she's going to be on this past weekend with Theo Vaughn coming up. That'll be huge for her.
So going back to her little white cowboy boots and crop top and short shorts, which I was just talking to Brady the other day. My son and I were in B1. We're all going to the Luke Bryan concert next Friday, and I said to my son,
that?
Cleveland, here at Blossom.
Okay, because I think I'm going to see Jason Aldean down in the pit here.
Oof, I don't know about Jason Aldean. He's so. I'll talk about him later, but anyway. I said to my son, I go, wait till you get to, because this is his first concert. And I said,
and it's a country concert. My God,
bro.
bro.
A Luke Bryan country concert. And I don't know,
Yo, make
in
sure
particular.
he wears an athletic cup.
That's a good point, because I told him, I go, you're going to see, he goes, well, like they're going to wear cowboy boots. I go, cute cowboy boots, short shorts, and crop tops, and cowboy hats, probably. That'll be the look. And sure enough, this is exactly what the Hawk Tuah girl wore to the Zach Bryan concert. I actually am not a huge Zach Bryan fan, but I find his music is like I respect his talent in his music. It's just a little too folksy almost for me. I guess maybe is the word I'm looking for. It's almost got too much of a like Lumineers ho hey vibe to it that I'm just not feeling.
I think that's why I like him a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm about that. Like, I like folk music a little bit, and
yeah, I
like that twang to it.
Yeah, I'm a dork. I'm a teenage girl. I like poppy anything,
You're
poppy
a pop
country,
guy.
poppy
You're just
everything.
A pop guy.
Yeah, overproduced anything I like for sure. But so going back to Zach Bryan, here she is at the Zach Bryan concert. I could probably mute that for a little bit until she starts to sing, and then we'll turn it up. But yeah, he steps away from the mic. This song's actually not bad. This All Night Revival, not a bad song actually. I do like that song, but that one like Something in the Orange, that's a little slow for me. It's a little much.
And he's
good for her. That's fun. I love.
And he's an ex-Marine kind of too, right? He's
I don't know. Is he
or military guy? I thought he was, because I listen to his girlfriend's podcast every once in a while because she's a smoke show.
Does he have well, let's see. Who's his girlfriend?
Oh, Plan Bree, bro, from the BFFs podcast with Dave Portnoy, Bree, and that other little twink kid.
Plan Bree. Is it the brunette or the blonde?
Yeah, no, the brunette.
This girl,
the girl that was interviewing her in that video I sent you.
Oh, we'll see her in a sec. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, so that's how they ended up getting the interview then.
Yeah.
She was going on the plane. Okay, so good. I'm glad you helped me out with that because I didn't have any idea. Why? I thought it was a Barstool.
Bree is on a podcast with Dave Portnoy as well. Because Dave Portnoy, really smart guy when it comes to making money. He started this BFF podcast like 2 or 3 years ago with the biggest female and biggest male TikTok stars there were at the time.
Yeah.
So he could stay in touch with the youth. And it's actually a pretty decent podcast where he seems a lot like a boomer and, they seem more in touch with the youth.
Okay. What's that called?
I think it's the BFFs podcast.
BFF's podcast. Now, is this the one she was on, or is this the Plan Bree thing that
Hawk Tuah was on? This is just her podcast.
All right, so let's check in with that because I am fascinated with the Hawk Tuah girl. I love a good slut, and like you said, maybe she isn't a slut. Maybe she just said that. I'll tell you what, you act like a slut, you get good slut treatment from me. So, and I mean that in a good way. I don't slut shame. I love sluts. So good for her. This is her talking about the rumors about her being a teacher and things like that. Here is the Hawk Tuah girl on Plan Bree. And this chick is Zach Bryan's girlfriend. Interesting.
What were you doing for your job?
I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher.
That was my next question, because
Or a
everyone said that
bartender.
you were a teacher and got fired from your job.
No, I'm not even old enough to be a teacher.
I was going to say, because you're 21, I'm like, this is illegal. Who are you teaching?
Exactly.
So you weren't a
No.
teacher.
Or a bartender.
So
Either one.
And also, I've heard rumors that your dad is a preacher.
My father is so far from a preacher. It's crazy.
So everything
little
has just been
offended.
made up.
Oh, yeah. Like, none
Okay.
of it's true at all.
I love that the internet just came up with the worst things you could be if you say something like that. Preacher's daughter, preschool teacher, the absolute worst things if you're a total raging slut.
They painted a whole narrative of this girl before she even had a chance to do shit.
I wonder what she did at the Spring Factory. Test out the mattresses. Slut. No, I love her. I think it's great. Good for her. Let's see here. I do have another clip of her. Now, you watched this whole thing. Did anything jump out at you about the interview?
Yeah, absolutely. Her friend is so tan, it looks like she's in blackface.
Yeah. It's funny you said that, because I do have a clip of her. Where is that clip? Did I lose it? Oh, here it is. It's actually, they talk about, at one point, they get into some politics with Hawk Tuah and her friend. And Mikey, I'm seeing exactly what you mentioned to me. I think you texted it to me that it looks like
I did text it to you.
Hawk
Like
Tuah.
there's like a line where it's like tan to a little too far, and that don't even look too bad. Wait till they zoom in on her face and it's a cut angle. Like it gets worse.
I love it. I love a good dark tan. The oranger you are, the more you look like a Oompa Loompa, the more I'm into you. I fucking
She
love
looks
that.
like Robert Downey Jr. from that movie, bro.
For Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, bro.
This is them talking about the election.
I have a game that I want to play with you guys.
That makes me
It's
nervous.
not that scary, I promise. It's called Huck Tuah or Nah. And you tell me if you want to Huck Tuah on that thing or no.
Okay.
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 I think you might. Are you into like older guys?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, my phone's not loading. All right, ready?
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What did I just hear? Hold on.
Are you
What?
into like older guys?
For sure.
Yeah, I like her. That should have what stood out, dude.
Okay.
Oh,
I might go
Fuck,
back
my
to
phone's not
Nashville.
loading.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said I might go back to Nashville.
It'd be worth it. It'd be worth it for that.
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, my phone's not
Dirty
loading.
girl.
All right, ready? Come on. Oh, just a Huck?
I'll give him a hawk. I'll give him a hawk.
Okay, beautiful. There
Who
you
was that? Could you tell?
I don't know. I couldn't tell. They done names for all the other ones.
Did I miss something here? Let's see if they say before it gets pulled up.
Not loading. All right, ready?
How do they not say?
Oh, I
names?
missed the
This is not
zoom.
good podcast.
I missed the zoom in there though. There you go. There's our Tropic Thunder
Yeah, bro, the
blackface.
lips match everything else, dude. It matches the hair. Like it's.
She did definitely go over the top, because when you do that self tanner, you got to be real careful if you put that shit on your face. Like I remember poor B1, she did it one time and her face was just like, it was dark. It was really fucking
Yeah,
dark.
bro.
and,
Like the rest of the body doesn't look too tan, but the way like the lips don't match, like it looks like a shade too dark.
yeah, she looks goofy. All right, so who knows?
Come on.
It's like a smash or pass, I guess, or if she would hawk on whoever's dick, they're not showing the picture
Yeah,
though.
just a
everybody
hook?
else they go by
I-
names.
That's what's weird. I don't understand.
Give him a hawk. I'll give him a hawk.
Okay, beautiful. There you go, Dave. You got a Huck. Donald Trump.
Dave. Oh, they said Dave right
her-
there. So it
Dave
must have been
Portnoy.
Portnoy. There you go.
No, absolutely not.
Hold on, no, we talked over the last one.
Beautiful. There you go, Dave. You got a Huck. Donald Trump.
No, absolutely not.
No.
It's no for me.
Okay. I
She
have a game.
hesitated. She hesitated. She waited for her friend to say nah to that one. She was definitely about to hawk Tuah on that president, bro.
You think so?
She thought about it for a second. She was like, I can't throw away half my fans in one.
Well, I'm wondering if he reached out to her, Donald Trump, because I do have a clip of her talking about what her, some of the experiences with some men have been since this all started.
Like, did creepy guys message you? Is it scary? Are you
Yes.
like, what the fuck did I do?
So the guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it. That is revolting. Like,
Oh
that's
my
just disgusting,
gosh.
is it not?
How much? 300?
$600.
$600.
$600 to spit in a jar to send it to somebody.
Did she say, she said no?
Yeah, she said no.
I'll bust a nut in a jar and send it to you for $600. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what do you want? What bodily fluids do you want? I'll give you whatever you want for that kind of money. You nuts?
Yeah.
$600 she got for I wonder if what other weird stuff she has been asked to do. Well, the next step, let's see what her future plans are. She talks about what her future plans are, actually, which I'm interested in, because I think if I were her, I know what my future plans would be. Hold on one sec. Freezing up, unfreeze. Man, my computer's being weird today. Here we go.
I've been dropped out of school for like a year or two.
Okay, so this was like
But I don't quit my job. I said peace.
So now is like you're gonna go to LA, you're gonna go to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of like show or podcast, or are you just gonna be like an internet personality?
I think we're going to do like a show, and then we're just going to be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
Cool.
But-
So kind of just figuring out as you go.
Oh, yeah. There's more to come. Don't worry. There's more to come.
Like, she has the whole team. It's so
Right.
crazy. It happened. The internet is insane. Your
Oh,
life
yeah.
changed overnight.
It really did.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are people coming out of the woodworks now? Like, what are your friends back home
Woodworks?
like? Are they treating you differently? Are they like being bitches about it, or are they?
They're
like,
really supportive.
Oh,
like,
good.
I've had maybe one or two that have had some nasty comments about it, because the comments I've got from it, I don't even know these people, but I know they're like from my area.
Mm-hmm.
But all the mamas and all my friends and everything else that know me personally, they've attacked that ass. Let me just tell you. It's just been, I can't even tell you.
So
just
everyone's
great.
loving it.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you from? Like, where did you grow up? You don't
I
have to
grew
say
up
where,
in
but-
Belfast, Tennessee.
Okay.
I've lived there for 20 years, and that's just
Are you
where
like
I'm
super
from.
country?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell it's by the place.
I've been dropped out of
So likable girl too, huh?
Dude, I love the southern accent. It just absolutely drives me up a wall, dude.
It's very it's very good. Yeah, I mean, you get called daddy in that southern accent, some good stuff right there. Somebody's calling from Tennessee. We'll see if it's the Hawk Tuah girl. I doubt it is, but
What up, cuzzo?
I think I know who it is. So, hi, you're on Another Dumb Show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Hey, man.
I was wondering how you guys enjoyed the debate.
You know what? I'm going to talk about it later on, so give me a call back when we talk about it, all right?
Wow, well, can I at least say what's up to Mikey and how he's doing? Like I said, I want to squash things between me and Mikey from last time. You know,
Well, it's good.
we didn't mention that.
Well, I'm talking about something else right now, so we'll call back when we talk about the debate later, all right? Okay, well, I hung up anyway. Okay, moving on. Now, Mike, I don't know if you heard. Did you hear did you see the recap?
Yeah, I didn't really listen much. I didn't pay no mind.
My son called in and with a normal comment. He called to have a regular conversation with his daddy. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, back to Hawk Tuah. I do have a couple other little clips that have to do with her that made me laugh pretty hard. Where did that clip go? It was over here. Did I not take this one? I swear I got it. So there were a couple, the Hawk Tuah thing really took off last week, right? There was a specific clip, there were two specific clips that I pulled that I wanted to play about it that made me laugh really hard. Here's the first one. So this is the Philadelphia Phillies big time hitter who actually just got injured the other day. He's on the IR, Bryce Harper. Here is him giving a little love to the Hawk Tuah girl. So he hits a double, and then real quick, in case you miss it, does the Hawk Tuah on his hand there. So very good. I like that. That's a good good homage to her. So she totally went super viral. If she's got like baseball players imitating her doing stuff. But this
Everybody, every podcast, everybody in the world is talking about her. It just shows how like mature America is right now.
Where did that clip go? Did I lose the clip? This is one of my favorite fucking clip, and I feel like I lost it now. Oh no. The best clip I had of this whole thing, and I think I lost it.
Oh no.
Oh no, where'd it go? Hold on. I'm just gonna play it. Fuck it. Oh, I know where it is. Fuck it, I'm just gonna play it. Oh, you know what it is? I can't play it. I just realized I recorded it, and I realized I can't play it because it's an actual MLB broadcast, and they always cut me off. I can't do the copyright play. But an Atlanta Braves
or something?
Yeah, an Atlanta Braves announcer, a baseball player goes, like, he's batting, and he goes to spit, and it lands right on his shoulder. And the guy, they kind of joke around about, oh yeah, he tries to spit and it lands right on his shoulder. And the other guy goes, oh, you got to give it the Hawk Tuah. So it was pretty good. It had me laughing pretty hard. I was giggling pretty hard at that one. There's another thing that kind of went, ESPN for some reason I think got a little worked up with the whole Hawk Tuah situation. And I believe it was during the World Series. What is going on with my computer today? My computer is being really weird today. It's like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, ESPN did a whole, I think it was during the College World Series. They just decided that they were going to spend 20 seconds on this right here. And I'm going to mute it, but ESPN literally kept the camera on these two girls, and I have the shorter version of it. I don't have the whole clip, but it went on for a full 20 seconds.
Cameraman's got a kink.
Just these teen girls licking ice cream cones. Were they in a race? I'm not sure, but just a couple horny ass dudes up there going, and there was
it feels like they're both looking at the camera. Didn't it look like they're both looking over at the camera?
Let me see here. I did think that the one on the right, the dark haired girl,
the one on the right, she looks like her eyes are looking right at the camera right there.
No, I think she's actually looking at her friend. That's what made me think that they were trying to like race, because right there, I think she's looking at her friend, like. Because I don't think she's looking at the camera.
Could be, yeah. No, the clip before that, it looked like her eyes were looking at the camera. That one, they didn't.
There's her looking to the right again. Oh, right there.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, she does look. A dirty girl. Look at this little dirty girl. She knew what she was doing.
Dude, actually, it
back to the camera again.
I gotta find that DVD and send it to you so you can pull some clips of when I got hypnotized and ate the fake ice cream on stage and accosted and felt up a 300-pound woman. And
yeah, I can do DVDs on here. I think I could pull it and rip it. I believe. I think I have a DVD ripper.
I'm gonna find it and I'll send it to you. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever fucking done.
Okay, now we showed her looking at the camera what looked to be kind of seductively there, just because of the way we're playing it, really. But if you keep watching, it does look like she realizes she's on camera and then kind of is like, they still got me on camera here? Like, she kind of like, oh, wait.
Let's be honest. The girl in the blonde is going to work. Her head movement's a lot better. She just went low down to the balls on the one before that. Like, she goes down on that thing, bro.
Yeah, that one's a head topper.
But she's going low to the balls right there.
Good for her.
Back to the tip. Yep.
Now I gotta ask you. I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about this with you in the Hawk Tuah girl. Like, I don't like the excessive spitting. I actually find that to be gross.
Oh, give me that gawk. I want it fucking.
You want that big long string coming off of their face and all that, and like I don't need all that. There's nothing about that actually.
Top.
It does nothing about that turns me on. Like, The more aggressive you are with my Johnson, the less I like it. I like a good pet. You know what I mean? I like a
Oh
good.
no, bro!
I
Rip
like.
that thing off.
I'm the complete opposite of that. Literally, that is horrible. That is such a turnoff to me, and it's
Yeah,
uncomfortable. It
no,
hurts.
I don't need that sensual thing. No, I need
Oh
you
yeah,
to feel
just
like you're gonna rip it off.
tickle my little guy. I have a clip now. The only reason I showed that ice cream clip is not to be a pervert. It's actually because we have a real buzzkill. The girl who was the blonde in that clip has released a TikTok complaining about it, about what ESPN did to her.
If you were watching the Men's College World Series Baseball Championship game, you may or may not have seen this lovely clip of me and my best friend on TV. It was a 20-second segment of just us eating ice cream or licking our ice cream. 20 seconds dedicated with commentary to just us eating our ice cream. We all knew what direction that video was gonna head in. And lo and behold, the creeps of TikTok got a hold of it because we woke up getting compared to the hot Tuah girl. Which, no shade to her, girl. Do whatever. When I tell you the comment section of that video is absolutely repulsing to know that there are people who have families in their profiles and their profile photos just smiling away with the kids that they're raising. Feel bad for them and their dad. Anyway, I don't normally make videos like this. I didn't really want to come on here and just rage, but it is so beyond evident that women are not welcome in the sports world. Not that I have to justify why me and my best friend decided to go to the national championship game, cause it's cool. We both love baseball. I grew up playing softball, and my dad played baseball. Her brother plays I shouldn't have to explain that, but we just wanted to enjoy a baseball game. And it was 100 degrees, so God forbid we eat some ice cream. Then people sit back and wonder, why don't women feel welcome in these environments?
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It's like we can't
Use a
sit
fucking
and eat our
spoon, bitch.
food in peace. And I had just been eating a hot dog 10 minutes prior to that.
Ooh, I
and
wish we had video of that.
I was making sure to eat it in front of the row of people sitting in front of us because we were sitting not far behind the dugout, and I was horrified that if a single camera caught that this was gonna happen. But no, instead we let our guards down for literally 5 seconds, and the ice cream was melting comedically fast. I mean, we were joking, we're like, great idea to get ice cream and not expect it to melt in 3 seconds. We hadn't even been in our seats for 15 seconds when they started filming us at that because I didn't even have time to get my spoon out of the plastic sleeve that it came in. I don't have the relevance of Taylor.
Oh, she answered the spoon question. So, Mikey, guess how much longer this goes on for?
It's got to be another 48 seconds.
3 more minutes.
What? Yeah, okay.
3 more
bye.
minutes. I
I'd
can't
rather-
here. Let's just skip ahead 1 minute and see what she's saying 1 minute later.
Protects them. When they just open the door for fucking creeps like this to come in and do whatever they want with it. So maybe we just do better and we don't knowingly take videos of women in the crowds at sports games doing this shit. As if I was doing something wrong, trying to avoid heat exhaustion. Everyone in the comments saying oh.
Wow.
Drink a water then, bitch. You're not going to heat exhaustion.
Talk about
dude.
What a different type of person. It's funny. B1 did some comment in a vet tech group, and one person said something really snotty to her, and she commented back to the girl and was like, "Yeah, I bet you're a lot of fun at parties." That's what this bitch is like. She's like, "What a fucking buzzkill." Why not do what the Hawk Tuah chick did? Imagine if the Hawk Tuah chick was obviously she wouldn't have said what she said if she was uptight or whatever. But this girl, Jesus Christ, lighten the fuck up. I mean, my God, nobody's trying to hypersexualize you.
My God. I mean, it is a little weird that it's a 20-second fucking segment. I mean, let's be real. That's a little excessive.
I'm trying to remember. Can you hear what they're saying? Are they saying anything? Ah, shit, I pulled up the other clip. Anyway, I don't care anymore at this point.
There was nobody talking. No, I mean, she said there was commentary and everything when she was talking in the video, but whatever.
Anyway.
This is her trying to cash in on her 3 seconds of fame.
So as much as I love girls like Hawk Tuah, I can't stand girls like that who are just like so. I'm anti-sex and women's rights.
Everyone, toxic masculinity is everywhere in the
I
sporting
know.
world. These
I
narcissistic cameramen were gaslighting me.
can't
and
even
blah,
go
blah,
to
blah, blah, blah.
can't even go to a game now. Shut up. Anyway, I wish he was. I will tell it. Like they didn't have like huge amounts of cleavage happening. If that would have been because that happens at these games. There's girls at these college football games that always go viral for being hot. There was some girl who just got during the NBA play or the hockey playoffs went viral for being so hot. Did she
Banned
flash?
for life.
She flashed. Is that what she did? She
Yeah.
flashed
Oh,
the
she was
camera.
Edmonton Oilers fan. She went full titty, and it was like a nice solid D cup, bro. They were nice.
Flashes. All right, let's see if I can see the picture.
She got a lifetime ban, and then there was a UFC female fan that just got a lifetime ban for flashing at a thing.
Why are all these pictures blurred out? Let me see the fucking picture. All right, let me check out this Oilers fan flash. Twitter
Pretty
shows
smoke
porn.
show.
Twitter shows porn, so. Oh, those are some big fakers, though. Those are some massive fakers. Big time fake hoots right there.
Mhm.
I'm not impressed with those with a big set of fake hoots like that.
Dude, I'm impressed with it showing up just at a.
I do love her
Playoff
sluttiness, though.
hockey game.
Good for her. Good for her for being a slut. I think she did. What is her? She did come out and do some sort of video here, talking about this. Actually, she reacted to it. I believe this is her talking about it. Hold on one sec. Let me see. Computer volume up. 3, 2. This one here.
Oilers girl. Actually, my name's Kate, but here we are. So I've thought long and hard about what I wanted to say to everybody. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm at one of my favorite places right now. Come here to do some thinking, we'll call it. But I just wanted to say, you could be the most perfect, godly fucking person in the world. You could save kittens from a river if they were drowning. Someone's still gonna hate you. So you know what? At the end of the day, I got drunk and whipped my tits out at an Oilers game and they went viral. Fuck you if you don't like it.
Yes.
Go Oilers.
Marry me.
I love this girl. Hell yeah.
Marry
I showed my
me.
tits. Fucking deal with it. You fucking haters. Good for her. What a,
I
what a
ate ice cream for 20 minutes, and the cameraman looked at me.
Oh man. Now I love that. Now, Mikey, we were just talking about what we like in a beejaroo. I love a good beejaroo. Who doesn't though, right?
And a little ball squeeze.
I prefer a tickle versus a squeeze. I got sensitive nuts ever since I had vasectomy, so I'm sensitive down there. You start squeezing that shit, that's no good for me.
A little bit of pain. I like it.
But well, you know what's been painful for me is been watching this season of House of the Dragon. Watching.
Hang on. Yo, somebody's knocking on my door, bro. Hang on. Here we go again.
Okay, just all right. Sounds good. Okay. Hold on one sec. I actually need to get a beer anyway, so hold on one sec. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Brewdog's in the house. I'm back. Sorry about that. I usually have two here with me, but I forgot to do it. So what I was saying, oh my God, my headphones. What I was saying was that the show House of Dragons has been a real headache, a real pain in the ass for me this year. I loved Game of Thrones. I wanted to give the show House of Dragons a try. Is it your neighbor about your neighbor about the dogs?
Can you please do me a favor and not take that dude's phone call again, please?
okay, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. I probably will again at some point because it
All right, well then
different
I'm out.
phone numbers.
I'm not. That's fine. I'm out. As soon as he's on, I'm done. I'm not being part of it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me just take a break then. Hang on. I put myself in Operation Icebox. I'm not mad at Mikey, obviously. I'm mad about the stupid situation. It's just so gay. It's so dumb. I wish B1 would call in and she would say exactly what I said before the show. Word for word. And I'm angry at myself that I didn't call Mikey and say to him exactly what I knew. How do I get rid of this now? I don't even remember. Yeah, there we go. I should have called him before the show and told him exactly what I knew was happening. And I don't want to say it out loud because then I sound like a fucking, oh, look, I guess what I knew when it was happening. But like the other day when Chance called in to the show, and I replayed it before the show today because I knew exactly what this buttfuck was up to. Here's what he did. I'm going to be as shitty to Mikey as I can and do all the shitty things that I do, like order pizzas and call parents and all this dumb shit like he did to me, which of course infuriated me and again, to this day, if I ever find out who this guy is, everybody knows what's going to happen. So he's treating Mikey like shit. Then he calls in and acts normal here. And I act like a normal person and say, oh yeah, okay, if you want to act like a normal person, I can act like a normal person. Like normal people do. Then behind the scenes, he's snickering and doing all this shit to Mikey. And Mikey, just because he's an adult, doesn't call me and tell me every single little thing this guy is doing. Meanwhile, I know what's happening. I know what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. And I literally said before the show to B1, I said, this guy thinks I'm so stupid that he doesn't know what I'm doing, or that he doesn't understand what I know exactly what he's doing. He's trying to then drive a rift between Mikey and I because I was nice, he was nice, and I said, yeah, sure, call in whenever you want, and call back later on when he called in earlier today. And then so I'm nice to him, and then he immediately sends a pizza to Mikey's house or whatever. okay, Bart Simpson, big deal. Now this is like, I should have called Mikey and said, just so you know, Chance is going to probably call tonight and talk shit to you. Just don't let him, don't bite, don't take the bait. And if anything, just do your impersonation of him because it's fucking hilarious. Or just be Uncle Mike because I'm his daddy and you're his uncle. That's what I was hoping for. But Mikey's got my anger issues still. And he's not used to doing all this where listeners invade your life, where people who watch a show invade your life. I'm used to it. I used to, at times it would infuriate me, it would enrage me. So I can understand why Mikey would be upset. I was just hoping tonight he wouldn't take the bait and that it was so obvious, because it was so obvious what this douchebag was up to. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, I bit my tongue as soon as you led me down that fucking path and I let it out of my mouth. I was like, God damn it!
I tried to catch you and stop you. You said it.
I know.
You let him
lead a horse. You led the horse to water, and I just took a dump in it.
That's all right. It's all right. There's this. Clearly, we're in a war. Every once in a while, there was going to be a little bit of a battle lost. But remember, I will always be his daddy. That's what he can't get over, is that last daddy thing. He's really been on one since that whole daddy thing. That got him good. He can't handle it. And then when you started imitating him, he lost his fucking mind because it's so good. It's such a good impersonation. So that's why he lost his shit. See, and now he's calling because he thinks that I'm so, like, this is what blows my mind. Like I'm not, he wants me to be this crazy hothead that I used to be. I'm just not anymore. I'm not interested in it. Like, I've already told him on the phone in person. I can't say what I will do to him on my page, on my YouTube show. I can't say any of those things here because that would get my page shut down. But you know what I mean? So I'll just do my best to, when I talk to my son, just let him know how I feel about him. And hopefully he'll learn and grow from it, because the whole world and everybody knows. And I think somebody here just said it really quick. Who's the one that said it right here? RK says, Chance is going to FAFO. Yes. So eventually something will happen. And it will be,
I had to put that together in my head. That took me like 4 or 5 times. Like, I couldn't figure it out.
Oh yeah, no, I think I know it because
I got it now.
That was the big thing around here when Joe Flacco was here, the flock around and find out. So that was kind of the FAFO was kind of thing people were saying around here about, him or whatever. So anyway, so yeah, took the bait, Mikey. But again,
I did.
It's a war.
Right.
It's a war.
Learning experience.
That's all right. You learn. We'll fight a battle another day. So, but it is.
I did start actually. I'm about 15 minutes into that book you sent me. I started it today while I was training, and then I ripped off the fucking center of my fucking finger, and that whole anger thing went right out the window.
So you started training. You're working out again. You went to the gym.
No, I was listening to your book that you sent me, the reminder, the anger book.
Oh, I thought you said you were training and while you were listening to it.
And I'm training somebody today, and I was going a little bit quick. And as I went to go screw something in with a gun, it's got like a paint piercing washer on it.
Yeah.
And right on the center of the pad of my middle finger, it took off a fillet strip all the way down to the point where it's like white and gooey. I probably should have gotten it stapled, glued, or.
I hate those fillet cuts, man. Those are the worst. Those fillets are so
bad.
Yo,
it was leaking. I almost passed out. Like, the girl that I'm training was like, "Are you gonna pass out? You look all white." I said, "There's a good chance I might."
That happened to me when I was a kid. I was standing next to my buddies, and I can't remember why, but I just went to like take off running real quick. And when I went running, my leg looked like it was just horrible pain in my leg. I had no idea what happened. It was the front of my leg on my shin. And I fell, and I looked down, and there's this huge flop of skin hanging off the front of my leg. And I right on my shin, you could see my shin bone. And I was like, what the fuck? And I looked down and I had tripped over, there's a pipe sticking out of the ground that looked like somebody had taken a hammer to it and the top of it was all mushroomed over. And it just, I caught my leg on it when I like lifted off to run, and it just dug a huge chunk out of my leg. I have a huge scar to this day. It happened when I was like 8. So yeah, it was a bad day for that. Speaking of people getting filleted and jacked up, Mikey, we left off with talking about actually when you got up to go to the door, I started bringing up how I loved Game of Thrones, but I watched the first episode of House of Dragons. And
season 1 or season 2? Like you're
season
just
2,
starting
sorry.
House of Dragons.
Starting season 2.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot this is season 2. The reason I probably forgot was because I found the first episode of season 2 to be so incredibly boring that I've actually not even watched another episode since.
I haven't watched it yet either, but I'm waiting to stack up a few because I know the second episode's like 75 minutes long.
There are 2 reasons that I actually am over that show, I think. Because number 1, well, first off, it was boring, that episode. And number 2, as I've begun to watch that show more frequently, even as I've been thinking back about watching Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, I realized it's like shock jock radio for TV. They have all this weird, shocking shit in it that really, honestly, the story could be good enough that you don't need all this ridiculous, shocking shit in it.
It's similar to The Boys.
I will get to that in a minute. Remind me to come back to that. But I was going to talk about House of Dragons, and just because I was feeling this way about it, and I swear to God, I had no idea what happened in last night's episode when I decided to start talking about this. But last night, there was a full-blown beach on the show.
Word?
Yeah, but it's very fake. I mean, well, here, I got a still of it.
I saw what's it called? Episode 1. Crispin. God damn.
Quick
bro.
still of it. Yeah, I mean, and I watched the video of it. She's full on. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. But it looks like a broomstick, to be honest with you. It's a really odd looking penis. It's very, very, very weird shaped looking penis. Decent size, good for him.
Because they didn't chop hoods off back then, I don't think.
Maybe that's part of what it was. Well, I only saw kind of a grainy clip of it, so I'll have to go back and actually watch the actual episode. But again, the show is just so, let's see what weird, shocking thing. Like, it started off, I thought back about it, and I was like, this is a show that started off with incest. Like, you know what I mean? Like the
first episode, pilot episode, season 1 of Game of Thrones, like straight on incest and killing a child. Like,
right.
Like,
yeah, and that was what was
top off.
Was it the last episode where they killed the baby? I'm spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, spoiler alert for the season. At the end of yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was an end of a season. Might have been this one.
It was the end of episode 1 of season 2.
Okay, so you did see that one.
Yeah, I just haven't watched. I think last night was episode 3, right?
I think so. Yeah, 3 or 4, I think. I'm not exactly
sure. Because I haven't watched episode 2 yet or 3. I think I'm going to wait till they're all done and binge because that's really the only way I can watch shows like that are so in depth with names and storylines. Like, I can't wait a week in between. I lose too much of the information.
Well, last night was what did I end up watching? I think you know what? I'm watching the show that is the most frustrating show that I've seen since Lost. By the way, sorry, my gross fingernails, I need to cut them. I watched this show on Amazon Prime called Outer Range with Josh Brolin.
Is it the Josh Brolin show?
With the whole,
it's like the Yellowstone, but with aliens and shit or supernatural shit.
Yeah. It's the most frustrating show in the fucking world. It's got me so hooked because I want to know what this fucking hole is and all this shit. But the fucking story that goes with it is so fucking frustrating and so slow at times. And they're dragging it out. They've now dragged it into a third season.
Is Josh Brolin even any good?
Oh, he's great. That's
what
probably
anything with Josh Brolin.
I think that's what keeps me in it is he's great. What also I think drives me nuts about this show, usually I'm gonna watch a show if there's a hot chick in it, even if it's kind of moderately bad. There's no hot chicks in this show. This is nothing. It's just a slow thing. And I'm just so focused on this dumb hole and what it's all about and everything. And I think it's because that's how I fall asleep at night sometimes. Well, I used to do this. Now I do the thing where I think of random words and that's works even better than this. But I used to picture myself falling backwards into a black hole and just literally falling into a hole and watching the light get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller till it was all black as I fall. And it would help me fall asleep. But it didn't work every single time. So I think that's why I became obsessed with that show. You know what I mean? But now it's I might be done with it. I might be done with it because it's turning into Lost.
You can't give up now.
I know.
You're 3 seasons in. That's like way too much time. You just threw that time away. You have to finish it.
Well,
hopefully season 3 is it.
I finished season 2, and then it automatically played the new season of The Boys.
I've only watched the first episode. I gotta watch a bunch more still.
Same here. I just watched the first episode, and it was really the recap of the previous season that really blew my mind. All the stuff I'd forgotten all about Soldier Boy and the Nazi stuff, and all just how goofy it got. Yeah, I forgot how goofy it got towards the end. And then this episode did not disappoint with the sauna scene at all. So exactly the same thing with The Boys, though. They just do things to shock you. And it takes away from the story to me. I don't know. The story there is cool enough, I think, with these superhuman people that are evil, and
the way a real person would be given that unlimited power and their id and ego going completely off the rails. There'd be no wholesome superheroes. Are you kidding me?
That's why
like the Purge all the time.
That's why I love Superman so much. That is my 100% reason why I'm obsessed with Superman, because he is the most powerful being in the world, and a universe, as far as I'm concerned, and he uses it for good. It's awesome. It's a great thing. So, did I just blow my? Speaking of Superman, there's some Pooperman. There's some pictures that came out from downtown where they're shooting the Superman movie, and this one is pretty fucking cool. Check this out. There he is in the suit doing the liftoff. I'm still.
His suit looks a little bit better. It doesn't look as loose, but maybe that's because he's all stretched out or whatnot. But you can see the little lines. He's got the lines for the chest a little bit. Obviously, they're going to paint some abs into there, but it looks like there's some definition there.
Yep, I agree. And I like the nice big yellow belt. I love the trunks. The boots are right. I like all that. There's just something about, and I love the S shield. It's great. There's just something about the rest of the blue suit in that shape I'm just not a fan of. And then I think
they fill in the rest of that with some CGI and stuff like that.
They're going to have to, because that picture that you're talking about, well, you just mentioned not zoomed in, him being stretched out, and that way it didn't look all, bundly and gross. Here it is, all him crouched down. Yeah, it looks
taking a shit.
Yeah, not so good. Yeah, that is a really bad pose if you just catch it like
got the
mid-pose.
Superman curl on the hair, though.
I do like that. It's one of the things I noticed. It's kind of funny, though. They made Clark Kent. Did you see the pictures of him as Clark Kent? His hair's all like frizzy in the front, like it's like kind of messy curls in the front. He kind of looks like.
No, I didn't see that still of him. I haven't seen any of the stills except for when you play him.
You want to know who he looks like, and people who don't watch Kill Tony won't get this reference, but he looks like the guy who just won a golden ticket, the Jewish kid that looks like Where's Waldo glasses, the kid that was all
dude, he was all over the place, dude. That was great. Such a funny minute.
So that's what his hair looks like.
What's the least Jewish thing about you? I've got no money.
He was great. He was a lot of fun. I like that guy a lot. So all right,
Tonight's gonna be such a good episode.
tons of entertainment stuff tonight. Gladiator 2 first release pictures have come out for this. I don't know if you've seen this. They look pretty fucking cool, actually. There's a picture. I got a couple of them here, actually. Let me pull this up.
I keep hearing rumors about it. I didn't know if it was actually something that was really going to come out.
Yeah, here they go. Here's some shots of it right here. Here's, I don't know if that's Paul Mescal or whatever, but, or Joseph Quinn, because it's definitely not Pedro Pascal or Denzel Washington. Oh, I can get rid of that, can't I? There we go. And then here's Pedro Pascal.
Love Pedro Pascal so much.
Yeah, he's the one who got his head, speaking of Game of Thrones, he's the one who got his head smashed, right? Wasn't he the actor that got his head smashed in? That's probably the only shocking thing from that show that I actually like. That was the coolest scene in the fucking.
He fought the mountain. I can't remember the name of that what's it called episode, but it was one of the best battle episodes ever.
Yeah, that was so awesome. That was for a rage monster who. That was a great way to watch somebody go. So yeah, here's some shots from Gladiator 2 with Pedro Pascal and some other dude. I got to be honest with you, dude. I was not. Oh, here's one other picture. This is actually a pretty cool picture. I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember tons of black dudes in the time of the Gladiators, but okay, Denzel Washington's there as Macrinus, an arms dealer who lives lavishly and keeps a stable of gladiators.
That's Denzel?
Sport. Yeah, it's Denzel Washington.
God damn, that man looks young.
He never ate black don't crack, bro.
I know, but it's just surprising me. It looks like Denzel from like 20 years ago, Denzel. Like Training Day Denzel.
Yeah, he lost some weight, I guess. Yeah, he's still got that little lip curl he does and everything. Still got that down. So
I love that little lip curl.
Yeah, me too. I love the Equalizer movies. I'm a real nerd for those.
I just recently watched through all three of them again, and it's obvious. I mean, it's the Black John Wick, but it is so dope.
It is. It's so good. Speaking of black folks, I got some stories about some black folks tonight. As a matter of fact, I got a lot of stories about black folks. The beef has taken itself to a new height, Mikey. Rick Ross did a concert, I believe it was last night or over the weekend. And
I saw
he talked.
50's been all over Instagram.
50's been talking about what happened to Ricky Ross. Now, I learned something on the Joe Rogan Experience that Rick Ross ripped off his name from a guy named Freeway Rick Ross, who is a legendary drug dealer. I did not know this. And the fact that Rick Ross has never, the rapper Rick Ross has never given any cred to the dude he stole his name from is such bunk ass shit. Like, I like Rick Ross too, the rapper. I like Ricky Rose. I love that shit. That's my shit. So, hold on
a second.
Hold on.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Put a sign up that you're I
know. I gotta go to the bathroom though.
Okay. All right. Anyway. All right, Faye. Anyway, so Ricky Ross was, and Mikey's already seen this video, so I'll just play this for you guys. He did a concert, and I believe part of the problem was when he did this concert, I don't know if he played a Drake song or if it's just because he referenced Drake or whatever, or was it because it was in Canada? He did a show in Canada, and there was some sort of melee with the guy, some sort of fight. Was it Sunday's Ignite Music Festival? That must be that Dan Bilzerian dude throws some sort of music festival. Good for him. Around 10:30, Ricky Ross stepped off stage into a crowded area and got into a heated argument with other men over their choosing to close out the set with Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us track blaring in the background. I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. I thought Ricky Rose was on Drake's team. Oh man, I got this beef shit all fucked up. All right, hold on. Here is the altercation. Oh, here we go. There's Rick Ross. Shit, I don't know if I can play the audio. Hold on, I have to play that Kendrick song. I can't play that. Oh no, turn down all the way. Damn it. I can't play that song. Anyway, so you can see it start to escalate there. He throws some. I can't tell if he threw a punch at him We're going to have to frame by frame that because I can't tell if he throws a punch at him or throws a... Oh, it is a punch, and somebody throws a drink as he throws the punch. All right, so you see this bald guy on, like the guy on the left with the beard and the weird hair, which he looks like a January 6er to me. He doesn't look anything like somebody who would be interested in the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef at all. He looks like should be wearing a Viking helmet, waving an American flag upside down. Fucking weirdo. Anyway, so you see him kind of coming in here. He's starting to make his way in. Oh, there's a man bun on there. Never mind. That's not a January 6er. So I'm freeing, frame. There's some pushing and shoving. And then he goes over the top to try to get Ricky Rose. Misses him. Ricky, is that him throwing his drink? Is that Rick Ross throwing his drink? I can't tell. Who throws the drink? Is that, yeah, okay, so it looks like Rick Ross is the one holding the drink. Then when the guy throws the punch, right here, Rick throws his drink in the face of somebody else. Then Rick, all right, good for Rick. He goes right after the dude. He doesn't give a fuck. Okay, I like that. Good for him. That's some thug shit. All right, here we go. Here he goes, throws the punch. Punch. Ricky Ross goes after him, and then they pull that guy back. Bunch of bullshit. Bunch of pussy-ass shit. Just let him fight. Let the motherfuckers fight. Well, they do start fighting, and I do believe one of the security guards for Rick Ross ends up getting knocked out, unconscious from what I heard. Now, I don't see anybody on the ground just yet. See if it continues. I didn't watch this whole thing. Okay, so yeah, they keep scrapping. Who knows who's on what team at this point? Who knows who's with... All right. Ooh. Okay, that must be Rick Ross's security dude because they said somebody's got down. See, this is some punk-ass bullshit. This is some weak-ass shit right here. I fucking hate that shit. Fucking God, I hate when people just like mob on people instead of just letting them fight. I fucking hate that shit. Like, if the security guard got beat up and lost, then he lost. That's over. Next person. Go on. Like, I fucking hate ganging up on people in fights when it could just be a one-on-one thing. Now, I know that's Ricky Ross's security doing his job, so he has to, like, protect Rick Ross. But Rick Ross did try to fight. I'll give him that. But where was he while his security guard was getting the shit kicked out of him? Eating. All right, this guy came back for more. Somebody else is ready. Wow, this is crazy. All because of Kendrick Lamar and Drake beefing. People want to fuck with Rick Ross. Wow, this is out of control. That would actually be a little bit scary, I gotta be honest with you. Even if you are like a hard-ass dude or whatever, you think you're a thug, you think you're a gangster or whatever, you got all these groups of dudes, you got security and they're not fucking doing their job. That would be a little bit scary, Mikey. That would freak me out. I know you saw that video.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I saw. I didn't see the whole video. I just saw clips here and there from like what I said. Like 50 was posting talking shit because him and Ricky Rose don't get along that well.
Well, do you like Rick Ross? I actually like Rick Ross.
No.
I love. Really, you don't like any of his music? I love.
I like him when he features on other people's stuff, but I don't like Rick Ross's music on its own.
Yeah, I got like
he's got like a Biggie vibe to him.
Aston Martin music is probably one of my favorite rap songs. I fucking love that song. Hustlin'. I fucking Hustlin' is a great song, dude. I fucking love that shit.
I can't tell you. I don't know any songs by title by Rick Ross.
You've never, every day I'm hustling, every day.
Yeah, I know the songs, but when you said hustling, I didn't know, like, I couldn't put that together in my head.
That's a good one, dude. Port of Miami, he's got some jams, dude. I don't care if he's a fake ass thug. He's a good rapper, so I
like him on every one of his features, and every song with him and Meek is absolutely fire.
Yeah, I'm a Rick Ross guy. He raps about cocaine, like, so. It's entertaining to me. I like it. So, let's see.
Look at all these rappers steal their names and stuff from gangsters and stuff like that. You know, you got Scarface, Irv Gotti.
Yeah, but they give props to the dudes. You know what I'm saying? They at least give credit, or it's implied that if you stole, everybody knows who Scarface is. Not everybody knows who Freeway Ricky Ross is. You know what I mean? Like, I'd never heard of that guy.
They should know. The amount of people out there that think that Rick Ross is just a rapper is unreal to me. That they don't know the whole story behind Rick Ross.
Yeah, if you don't know who Freeway Ricky Ross is, he was a drug dealer in L.A., Compton, South Central. He was dealing millions and millions of dollars of coke a day.
He was
he was
daddy
working
of the crack game in South Central L.A.
And then he alleges that the CIA was funding it, and it was a front for the Contras and all this shit. So it's a crazy story. Actually, go watch it on Joe Rogan. It's actually a pretty good story. But
Flying
either way,
all the cocaine into Arkansas, where the Clintons were.
yeah, it's a good issue. It's a good episode of that if you like that. But I was
by
more
way,
the only
did you
thing I
see
took away
what
from it was
posted today. Eric Weinstein and Terrence Howard, a one-on-one debate, baby.
Oh boy, I gotta watch this. I can't wait to watch that. That's gonna be great. Poor Terrence Howard. Poor Terrence Howard. Oh, I can't wait to watch it. All right, cool. So that's it. I feel bad for Rick Ross. Anyway, that would be scary. You got 15 dudes that just show up at your thing, unless the dudes show up with their gats out. You know, even honestly, 15 dudes show up, you got security. I'd be like, poo, poo, poo. There's 3 out of you.
Yeah,
I got about 14 more bullets left
out there right now for the way this is.
I'll be honest with you,
crazy.
it's making me like the beef more because it's legit. Now it's become
it's giving
legit.
it credit.
Now it's got street cred. Now, I mean, we're talking Biggie Pac kind of shit. You know, the 2 best rappers are dead because of that fucking beef. So I guess maybe I shouldn't like it because while I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, I don't want him I know he's talented and people love him, so I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. And I like poppy ass Drake, so I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. So fuck. Like this wedding this past weekend, Drake fans. Next week I got Kendrick fans, so I got to be able to play both sides of the fence, man.
What's it called? I can't wait to see if Eminem jumps in on the beef at all with his album dropping the 15th.
Oh man, can you imagine that if he just spit shit all over
Bodies
both of them?
both.
Just bodies them both. Yeah, that would be would be good. I would get back into Eminem if he did that.
I don't think he would take a shit on Kendrick because he always give Kendrick props. But I thought it was funny in that one song from Music to Be Murdered By. He pretty much foreshadowed this entire thing with Drake. There's like that 10-second clip, and he was like, Drake, you'll be coming next. It's being like literally played out exactly what's happening to Drake right now. And he talked about it in the song like 3 years ago.
Maybe it's a manufactured beef.
Could be.
Manufactured.
But all this fucking people getting shot and fighting and shit.
It makes it more entertaining. I wish Rick Ross would call some of his coke dudes in and try to take care of some shit. Or, you know who he could call in? Oh, actually can't anymore. OJ. OJ's no longer with us, guys. And they really made sure to sorry, this is so awful to do this, but last night at the BET Awards, they did a in memoriam. You know how when people die, they do these award shows. Michael K, I'll get you in a minute. They do these award shows for famous people who have died, and obviously the BET Awards is famous black people who have died. Well, guess who died this year? What famous black person died this year? O.J. Simpson.
James Simpson.
How the fuck do you honor what everybody knows? Well, I guess, I don't know. People in the black community love the fact that OJ got off. I mean, they really did.
Oh, yeah, it was a big celebration. There was Crip walking in the streets when that happened.
That is true. They definitely were. And so now there's a lot of backlash back at BET about it, obviously, because he's he was convicted in a civil court of murder, not in criminal court. And I showed this picture here, Mikey, but I think I have in the actual clip, and it's risky for me to play this, but I really can't help myself. They ended up, this is what they played for the in memoriam. Most of the people they put up a picture and their name. This is what they played last night at the BET Awards for OJ. in his in memoriam thing. In case you missed it, that's him. And the glove, he couldn't get the glove on, in case you don't remember. And the best part right here is my favorite part, when he puts his hands out, like, it don't fit. I tried to go, don't fit. It
With
don't
two
fit.
other pairs of gloves underneath it.
I love it. That's such a funny clip. It never gets old to me. I've watched it probably a million times. It's probably my favorite GIF, but it is a GIF, whatever. But I can't believe they actually played that at the memoriam last night. That's crazy.
That's
You think
wild.
they
I
just
can't
show a
believe that.
picture of him?
The only thing I saw was what's her name, Taraji P. Henderson, doing the little spoof of "Not Like Us." That was pretty dope at the beginning of the show.
Oh, what do you mean? They did I don't know what you mean. They did like a
Oh yeah, she came out like Kendrick, dressed like Kendrick, and did her own version of "Not Like Us" at the beginning of the show.
Henson, Kendrick, BET. I gotta see a picture of this.
They did like a full verse and everything, changed the lyrics around. It was actually pretty entertaining.
That's actually good. It's so funny that you watched the BET Awards last night because there you go. There's her on the left. And Kendrick usually, I don't know why this picture they did here. How about we pick a picture that actually looks like.
Why they wouldn't match the picture that he wore at the show.
I don't know why I picked that picture. There's 8 million other pictures to pick and I picked the wrong one. Here you go. This makes more sense. There you go. There's Taraji imitating Kendrick. We're dressed up like him. That's fun. I like that they did that. They have a little bit of fun with it. Were the lyrics kind of silly, or was it?
Yeah. Nothing like they weren't like, they definitely didn't say A minor.
No, they cut that part out. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of them cutting things out, wait, hold on. What's going on? Why is there no audio? With
Oh,
this?
dude. Yo, by the way, first successful ever betting night for UFC for me on Saturday.
Oh,
I rolled
congratulations.
6 straight fights in a row, started with $5, ended up with $75. It was a great night.
Good stuff. Sorry I missed. I appreciate you sending me that link. By the time I got home, I was ready. I was done. I had a light night, but I had a long drive.
You
too,
wouldn't
so.
you wouldn't have missed much, bro. The main event was only 6 minutes and 13 seconds. That's how quickly it took him to knock out Yuri.
All right. Well, going back to the old BET Awards, and we'll get to.
BET Awards. Yeah, my bad.
That's okay. Let me grab this phone call real quick. I forgot about it. Michael K., you're on another dump show. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Good. What's up, man?
Hey, Mikey, am I wrong, or did you go
What's up,
on a
buddy?
date last Wednesday?
Oh, yeah.
I
Did
can't
you
hear
get
him.
to spread some legs, or what's up with the love life?
It's cutting out. He asked, didn't you go on another date last week?
I did.
I forgot all about that. Well, let's talk about that. Fuck this fucking BET shit. What happened on the date?
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah, you get
somebody
some
that
pussy
I've
or
been
what?
friends with for like 7 or 8 years. We got a little bit of a dating history, and just started kind of talking again recently. Me and her went out to dinner on whatever night it was last week to one of the spots we used to go. We went down to the lake, walked the pier, hung out for a little bit, and then let's see if I seen her. Yeah, I saw her again. She had to work Saturday morning. So I went over to her house at like 6:30 in the morning, had coffee with her, smoked a blunt before she went to work.
Nice.
She came over last night, hung out for a little bit.
Well, you must
Of
like
course,
her.
So did you get in the panties or
there's
what?
chaos involved with this.
Michael's
But,
horny. He wants
you
to know
know.
if you got in her pants.
No, I didn't even try.
Hey,
or
and
anything
Dom,
like
I
that.
wanted
I've
to-
been in her pants enough. I'm not in a hurry to get into her pants.
Okay.
And
it
Dom,
sounds
I
I'm
want to
back,
know.
I'm back on the
the
I'm back on the
nicotine liquor
SSRI,
challenge.
so the fucking sex drive is gone again.
Oh my God, Michael!
I can't
calm-
hear- I can't hear a
know.
word he's
he's
saying.
yelling over the top of us both while we're talking.
I can't hear a word though. Why can't I hear him? A single word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's not even on the phone.
Michael, say something right now, real quick. Say hello, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Oh, there we go. Now I
Okay.
got it.
Testing 1, 2.
I figured it out. That's
Testing,
cool.
1, 2.
I got it. I know what it was. That was my.
Sorry for
my-
talking all over everybody right there, guys.
No, it's okay. That was why. That makes more sense now. Let's see. Where did I leave off? What were we talking about?
The date.
Oh, the
We're
date.
talking about
Yes.
Mikey getting laid.
Michael K is horny and wants to know if you got laid. He's screaming, "Did you get
Hey,
in the
my
panties?"
wife's working tonight.
So that means he's getting drunk at home. Is what that means.
Yeah. No,
Exactly.
I did not try to get. I did not try to get into her pants yet. She's got some chaos going on. I'm just being a good friend in her life.
Now I have to say, if you are going to early morning pre-work date at 6:30 in the morning, that's a sign you might like a girl.
I do like her. I like her a
Yeah?
lot. This girl, I did her really dirty back in the day, and the fact that she's actually even giving me the time of day is a miracle. So
What do you got?
she's got like
You got Trump
she's got a lot going
nostalgia.
on in her
You
life.
got Trump nostalgia is what that's what happening right now. That's what everybody's saying. I have Trump nostalgia.
Dude, could you imagine like being an only child? Your mom's 60 years old, just got diagnosed with like early onset dementia and Alzheimer's, and
Yeah.
you have to like change your whole life around to take care of your mom 24/7 and
That's
work a
odd.
full-time job. And
That's a weird coincidence that you started dating a girl who did that when literally the last episode of Rogan was about Alzheimer's, and that was what an interesting episode that was. If you didn't watch it, that was
I
fantastic.
can't, dude. I have a hard time listening to anything about Alzheimer's and dementia. That's like my biggest fear, and probably one of the things I've never processed in my life is watching my grandfather go through
This is why you
Alzheimer's
got-
from the age of 8.
This
to
is why you got to watch
16
it.
and just watch him deteriorate slowly.
This is why you got to watch it, Mikey, because the guy who's I don't want to go on really into it, but basically, long story short, Alzheimer's potentially could be a form of diabetes, type 4 diabetes. They're thinking.
Who's the guy?
Eric Luns. I actually don't remember his name. The last guy.
Lungrave. It was
Lungrave.
Eric
yeah.
Lungrave. Okay.
Oh, you
It's
got to
on
watch
my
that.
list to listen. I
It's
haven't listened to
fascinating.
it yet.
It's
Oh,
fascinating.
Lugavare.
It was fascinating. It really was fantastic. And so, yeah, long story short, there's potentially diabetes could be a form, or excuse me, Alzheimer's could be, and Parkinson's could be a form of diabetes. And because of the way the sugar and insulin interacts with your brain. And then it went on to talk about how the midlife is the most important thing for people who are predisposed to have Alzheimer's. So when you're at your midlife, that's the time where you're supposed to be the most healthy, because that's when it can start to affect you. So get in good shape now, and then when you're older, it actually doesn't matter if you're a little bit out of shape. It's kind of weird the way it works, but like if you're in bad shape in midlife, it will lead to brain deterioration and Alzheimer's potentially if you're predisposed to it.
Because that's like my biggest fear. Like, dude, I'm an only child. I like not like I'm dating somebody, having a marriage. Like, I got no kids, no siblings, nothing like that. Like, what if I start getting like dementia and Alzheimer's and shit? Then I'm just stuck around doing whatever, wandering the streets.
Yeah, that's a weird fear that I have too. I got to be honest with you. That is, and B1's going to hate hearing this, but it's a fear I have that when I get old and like not like like I need help for something, I don't think she's going to want to take care of me. I know it's horrible to say, but I just think she's kind of like I don't think that she wouldn't. I just think she would resent me within a week and be like, I should have got rid of this guy 30 years ago, and now I'm fucking wiping his ass.
It's a tough fear to have,
So it is a fear. Like, I just don't like, being worried about.
But you got your boys too, though. It's just
and
you
Keely
got your
too.
boys that'll be there for you. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah. You mean you got your kids? Sorry.
Keely will be
Sorry,
the
Keely.
one. Keely will be the one if I had to like put somebody who's going to be a caretaker. It's just like built into her family. She's Sicilian.
Yeah.
She's Sicilian on her mom's side, so that's just like built into her, that whole caretaker kind of thing. So I totally, if anybody's going to probably take care of me, she's not going to let anything happen to me. I don't think, at least. Maybe generationally that will change because she's watched her mom help take care of her dad and shit like that. So I don't know, maybe not, but yeah, that's definitely a fear I have. I don't mean to make B1 look bad or at all. It's just a concern I have because I think that, I don't know that she would want to necessarily have to wipe my ass for me when I get older or whatever. I don't think anybody wants to do it. I just think she would. I don't know that I think that bitch would put me in a home in a second. She can afford it. She'd be like, no, somebody else is going to fucking wipe his ass. I'm not wiping his ass.
That's exactly what my grandmother did to my grandfather. And I watched that dude deteriorate so much quicker because she just dropped his ass there and left him there.
Yeah, that's sad when that happens. My grandfather, my stepmom's dad, he had a stroke and lost the total left half side of his body, speech and everything. And he got put in a nursing home. And we went all the time. Like, I remember going there constantly. And because
weekend.
It smelled so bad. I hated it there. It was just awful. But he ended up getting he ended up dying. He got an infection from bed sores. Yeah. Because the people weren't flipping him and shit. And like, we had no idea. We were going all the fucking time. We had no idea there was like, obviously we aren't checking his
and hope that you just expect and hope that the people that are in care of him are actually taking care of him.
Well, I just remember, like, I thought back on it, like, not even recently, just a while back. I think I watched something where the boy's grandpa on their side had a mini stroke, Jaji, who I love. I was thinking about strokes, and I was thinking about how we, when we would go there, we had no idea. You know what I mean? We're just, and I was thinking about him. His brain still worked fine. He just couldn't communicate. So he's sitting there.
Like he's trapped in there.
Well, and he's also in pain, or whether he can feel it or not. He's got all these sores all over him, and we're just sitting there going, hope you're feeling better. We're here for you if we need you. I hope they're feeding you good.
Well, he's in pain, trapped in his own body, trying to scream out, help me.
Yes, it's crazy. It's such a horrible thing just to think that at all. So, all right. Well, we've had a heavy night tonight. And I think we should, and Michael K kind of hit the nail on the head. I think we're all just horny. It's been.
I've been trying to. This girl's a squirter too, bro. Like, I'm trying to.
B1 has been out of commission now for almost a month. So I am.
I hope she's all right.
Yeah, I think she's going to be fine. But just as of now, she's out of commission. So it's been a real pain in the ass. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I hope she feels better. But let's end real quickly. Do you remember when
Shane Gillis is hosting tonight, by the way?
I'll watch it tomorrow. Don't tell me anything. Wait, hosting or on the panel?
Hosting, Kill Tony.
He's on the panel.
He's the host. Well, yeah, he's on the panel. It's like,
okay. I thought you were saying.
I guess Tony. I guess Tony is the host.
Yeah. Tony's the host. Red Band co-host, sorta.
I'm retarded.
And then the panel. Speaking of podcasts, do you remember when Shannon Sharp said this? Why is there no volume?
You be talking about that diamond. I don't think that's really gonna work. That's the point of her name. The point of her being a stallion. It supersedes anything that you're saying.
I know she.
So I think good. Are you scared?
No, but hey, I understand, Ocho. My grandpa used to say, "Boy, they can look down longer than you can look up. They look up longer than you can look down." You know what I'm saying, Ocho? But hey,
yes, sir.
I have a stretched out like a 2:45. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? Don't play with me, Ocho. You better stop playing with me, Ocho. Huh? Man, please.
I love that clip. He's saying everything that every man is thinking what they'd do to her if they had the opportunity.
I actually enjoy their little Sunday or their nightcap podcast every once in a while. Their dynamic is pretty cool together.
I have never sat through one of them. I think I started watching one of them. I believe I'm too white for it, to be quite honest with you. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them, or I don't believe I'm the demographic a lot of times. But one reason I may end up going to watch it, Mikey, I don't know if you know who was on it recently, but Shannon Sharp decided he was going to give a little bit of an apology to somebody who was due an apology. Check this out.
Meg, before we go any further, I want to apologize to you personally. And I didn't, I always wanted to sit down and have a conversation with you. I didn't know if that was going to be possible. But I was always hoping that I got an opportunity to bump into you because I made a comment. I think,
Yeah, you want to bump into her,
that's
all right, bro. You
every
want to repetitively bump into her.
that is, dude. He said that on purpose. Come on. He 100%
He's still
said
trying
that
to make
on purpose.
moves, bro.
Yep.
it was like September, October, and I told
moves.
Yeah, he was hoping she'd say, "Oh, I'll bump into you anytime you want, Shannon."
it was like September, October, and I told a joke, and I said it in jest, but I believe the joke would have been just as funny had I left you out of it. So for any unwanted attention, harm, shame, embarrassment that I caused you or your family, I want to say, as a man, as I sit here before you, I apologize.
I appreciate that.
Okay, that takes a man. That's a good man. I apologize. All right, good for him.
Anytime someone comes on
that episode.
What's that now?
I said I'm going to listen to that episode.
Okay, good for you.
Joe, we have to toast because you have an amazing, you've been amazing, and you have an amazing career going forward. So this is my personal cognac, Shea by La Portier.
Okay,
So
Shea by La Portier.
That's what it's called, Shea by La Portier. Let me know what you,
Okay, because I'm the cognac queen.
okay, cognac.
I don't know if you knew that.
Okay, you nose it. This is what they call it. It's called nosing.
You saw me.
Okay.
I had to, hold on.
Just.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that face.
I was waiting on it to really sting me.
See, it's smooth, ain't it?
It's smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it to tear me up.
No. We don't.
All right, enough of that. Good cognac. I love a good cognac. I don't drink it very often, but
Cleavage, bro. That cleavage
I know.
is something else. My God.
Well, Mikey, I have a little something for you here. My mom. It's so funny we're talking about the BET Awards because my mom last night. That's what's even weirder about it. My mom last night, she said to me, "Are you going to watch the BET Awards?" And I was like, "No, I'm not going to watch the BET Awards. I don't know, whatever." And then today she called me and she goes, "Did you watch the BET Awards?" And I was like, "No, Mom, I didn't." And because I have a story about Usher in here. I guess they cut him off because he went on some big long rant about black men and black fathers, absentee fathers, and he started swearing and all this shit. And then he they kept cutting him off. And I said to my mom, I go, "Did you see the Usher thing?" And she goes, "I did till they cut him off." And I was like, "Okay." And then she goes, I go, "Mom, stop talking. I want you to call in during the show when I talk about the BET Awards," which she hasn't done, by the way. She probably fell asleep. But I said, "Don't say another word about it. I want to hear I want to hear your opinion on it when you call in." And she goes, "Okay, yeah, but all the booty shaking." And I go, "God damn it, just save it." God damn it. So I decided to go, I went booty shaking. Megan Thee Stallion is probably at the probably there doing some booty shaking. So I do have some clips that we could wrap up the show with of the Stallion at the BET Awards. It's quite a performance, Mikey. Let's see if I got the right clip here because there was some that kind of sucked. But yep, I think I got the right one. Here is Megan Thee Stallion last night at the BET Awards. I have to mute it because I can't play it, but there she is. It starts off perfectly. I mean, just with the perfect right off the bat, some booty shaking. This outfit she has.
Hang on 1 second. My phone's ringing. It's work. Hang on. This is actually a work call.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. I hit the wrong button. I can just go back to this. I'm trying to look at the Stallion. Hold on, let me rewind here. Yeah, that was a good spot to pause it. Tighten it up for everybody. I mean, still got that booty that doesn't quit. Still got them tatties. I love Megan Thee Stallion. What a star she is. What would we do without Megan Thee Stallion? But there you go. There's all the booty shaking my mom was talking about. This is what I was looking forward to. This is what I still think. What was my mom expecting when she turned on the BET Awards? Like, I can't even begin to understand what my mom was thinking when she was watching. What did she expect? Did she expect to see? I can't even begin to imagine what my mom thought she was going to see out there with some Luther Vandross or some shit. I don't know, Smokey and fucking James Brown. I don't know what she was expecting. But all right. Mikey's got a work call. I just realized it's after 9 already, so we'll have to wrap things up here. Okay. Yeah, we took an early break, so hope I've been enjoying happy hour this entire time, so I hope you guys did too. I believe it's going to wrap things up. I think we'll be back live tomorrow. I think I'm off. I got no baseball most of this week. My one kid's out of town, so we might just be off. Depends on what's going on with fireworks and the weather and all that stuff. But we'll definitely be off on the 4th. Maybe the 3rd, depending on which fireworks we're going to go to and weather and all that stuff. Because I want my one boy is in town and I want to spend some time with him this week. So that is that. But tomorrow we'll be back live with the show. So I hope you guys will join us then. Hold on one sec. It looks like we're getting ready to wrap things up.
Generator.
Mikey's back. What's that now? I'm sorry.
Yep, generator fixed. Generator's fixed.
You did it.
Had a
A
problem.
little old over the phone fixer. What'd she have to do?
Yep.
Toggle a switch? Just flip it back
Pretty
on?
much. She just had to go, turn something off, turn something back on.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right, dude. Well, thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for showing me that little booty at the end. Now I'm going to make a phone call right now and maybe to try to set up a coffee date for the morning.
Yeah. Did you watch that live? Did you see her do that dance live?
I didn't. I just watched the beginning part. I always like the opening monologue of all these things, and especially with the beef going on right now. I was like, oh, I wonder what they're going to do to talk about that.
Smart move. That makes sense. Okay. All right, dude. Well, you have a good night. I'll be back live tomorrow if you're around. If you're not, do whatever. But we'll be live tomorrow. So
should be around.
Okay. Cool. Love you, bro. Take it easy.
Love you, brother. See ya.
All right. See ya. All righty, guys. That is going to wrap things up for us tonight. Like I said, back live tomorrow. Hit the thumbs up on tonight's video. If you've not already done that, I would greatly appreciate it. And that's it. I'm out of here. Oh, yeah, by the way, I always forget to tell everybody. I should probably say this on every show. If you know anybody getting married, make sure you send them my way. clevelandreception.com is the website if you would like to learn more about the business and get some inquiries sent my way. Photo booth, lighting, all that good stuff. So we've got people at work that are getting married. Mention me, send them my way, all that good stuff. So my son is calling, so I should probably get going. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. I'm out of here. See ya.